Yeah! We've fucking done it! Newcastle have won against Brighton at St James's Park. We are now on 69 points. We'll win the game against Leicester and we are in the Champions League next season. We have moved one step closer with that win tonight at St James's Park. What a game! What a game! The way that game played out in the end, Newcastle could have been at least 5 or 6 up in the game by the end against Brighton. It was just absolutely amazing the way we played in that game. Now, fair play, I'll have to say, to Brighton, because, the game right the way up until about the 89th minute of the game, when Wilson scored the third goal in the game for Newcastle, the game was at 2-1. So fair play to Brighton. They put in a very good shift in that game against us, but they just weren't good enough to see out the game in the end, to see out a win against in the end. And, looking at it, it was just one of them games where Newcastle took it to the next level and Brighton unfortunately just couldn't get there. The first goal of the game was scored by an own goal from Brighton, and that was David, of course, scoring the goal on the 22nd minute of the game. That came off of course, a ball in from the corner from Kieran Trippier, which, of course, David put into the back of his own net. And then, of course, we're seeing Dan Burn on 45+4 just before half-time, getting himself on the score sheet with a fantastic goal as well, with a header, of course, at the Leazer's end of St James's Park. And then, of course, we went in at half-time. We'll come out for the second half. Brighton score on the 51st minute of the game. Then, of course, it's 2-1 for quite a while in the game. And then we'll see an absolutely amazing bit of play by Newcastle. Wilson just breaks through on goal, and you just know he's going to score. He's just in an absolutely breakaway one-on-one situation with Jason Steele, and he just absolutely puts it into the back of the net past Steele to take Newcastle 3-1 in the game. And then, of course, to round it off, the big man, Mr. Magic Hat himself, Bruno, bangs in the final goal of the game to make it 4-1 on the 91st minute of the game. Celebrates in front of the Milburn stand as well. Fingers in the ass to all of the haters that said, that Newcastle would not be at this point this season. It would take forever to get here. And we have proven them all wrong. I was watching it on BN Sports because Sky Stream, unfortunately, was going a little bit dodgy. Went over to watch it on BN Sports, and Jim Beglin, of course, ex-Everton and ex-Liverpool player, and, of course, Scouser himself, was giving it the big one, and trying to be big-headed about it on the core commentary for the game when we were 2-1 in the game. Just a few moments after that, Wilson makes it 3-1, then Bruno makes it 4-1, so he was left with egg on his face. All the other pundits this season who have said that Newcastle wouldn't make it to this point and it would take forever have been left with egg on their face. Of course, Simon Jordan, for one, who said in a bet with Jim White that Newcastle wouldn't make it here, and he has been proven wrong. And of course, we'll win the game against Leicester coming up. That's the next game for we to play. We'll win that, and we are in Champions League football next season. We're already in Europe with the way we are now as it stands. Europa League football is ours. But if we win that game against Leicester, then Champions League football will be ours. That is absolutely crazy. As you can tell, my voice is absolutely damaged. So I'm going to have to hope that heals up before the game we play against Leicester. And then, of course, we've got that final game of the season against Chelsea down at Stamford Bridge. And we'll see what happens in that game, of course, when we get to it. But till next time, remember, hit that like, share, subscribe to 100% Mags. And we're heading to Europe, lads.